Hello, Case of interwebkaiju here. This is a viewer request from everyone's favorite electric, wrestling, surfing, flying via balloon Pokemon, Pikachu, or at least a Pikachu. Today's movie is Godzilla 2014. Two monsters, dubbed Mutos, emerge and try to mate, but giant monster Godzilla also emerges to stop them. I like all the parts of the film showing the Muto eggs and giving them a backstory. Honestly, them and the scenes about them might be my favorite parts. Forever upset that there aren't any reasonably priced figures of them. Bryan Cranston gives a great performance as Joe Brody. The character is good, the acting is good. His effect on the movie is kinda detrimental to be honest, but I'll get to that later. There's plenty of cool shots, and nice little Easter eggs throughout. The Kiss of Death is one of the better set pieces of the whole franchise. They really knocked it out of the park with that one. Serizawa is cool, and it's a bit over-referenced now, but the let them fight delivery is perfect. Music, sound effects, and the new Godzilla roar are all decent. The new Godzilla design, for the most part, is good. Head is proportioned a little small for my liking, but it's not something that I'm going to hate the entire character for. Some people like the odd eye contact scene with Ford and Godzilla, but I don't. It's just quite weird to me. I think CG allows the monsters to articulate facial expressions exponentially more than suits or cybots, but Godzilla's face in this film, and especially in that scene, seems too human-like for me. I don't think Ford is a good lead. People seem to try to rationalize the character and forgive him for being realistic, but I'll take an outlandish, entertaining, or at least interesting character over a static flat, barely has a personality one for a lead any and every day. Him being the main protagonist just further hurts due to his dad being all those things that would make a good lead, yet spoilers, killed off fairly early on. If the world building or storyline was interesting enough, the lead character problem could be lessened, but the majority of the film is basically the audience following Ford, trying to get back to his family. I like his family, they're decent. Even though the internet hates monster movie children, I think giving him a young son was a great decision. At the very least, it makes us want him to get back to his family a little more, as if Elizabeth Olsen alone wasn't enough, but a random little kid in the train scene was a bit too much Kenny, and a bit too much heroizing our protag. Additionally, the monsters kind of just keep showing up around him, as if the filmmakers didn't want to show the audience any monster scenes unless they were directly nearby where Ford was. Well, they didn't want to show much monster action until the end fight regardless, and I'm fine with that notion, but the teasing of monster scenes that the movie does, it's almost aggravating. If they want to save the monsters for the third act, whatever, but no need to spit in our faces about it. For a reboot, the title makes sense, but I hate how if you say Godzilla, you could be talking about at least 4 different movies at this point. I remember liking the movie a lot more when it came out, and I think that has a lot to do with the final fight. In theater, it made up for the rather lackluster middle part of the film, but on this version, it's so damn dark. So that redemption is missing due to the scenes being borderline indecipherable. You can find movie theater colored footage online that looks good, and people vouch that 4K looks decent, but one is inaccessible and the other, well, not going to drop all that money for the 4K movie, a 4K player, and a 4K TV just for the best quality to watch Godzilla 2014 when I normally just watch DVDs. What this movie is a great intro to the series for new fans. A solid first act, and if you can see what's going on, a decent fight with interesting monsters and some good set pieces. And yes, I'd recommend everyone watch this movie at least once. Thanks for watching.